Hello everyone, welcome back to the More Drums channel. My name is Mo and today we're gonna get right into it. The next Lego set is up on my table to be built and it's another architecture series set, the 21044 Paris. And I've been to Paris before a couple of times on vacation and student exchange, believe it or not, after I think 8th grade or something like that. And I went back for 2 weeks on a so-called language vacation back in the day. And today I don't feel very comfortable reading or speaking in French. I do understand quite a bit still, depending on the region where the people speaking it are coming from. So it's a bit like a southerner in the States trying to understand someone from way up north or East Coast and West Coast. So there are different flavors of the French language that are all kind of mixed and mingled, and well, it can be difficult to understand any of them, but some of them work better than others. And Paris, for example, I think works really well as it is a very international city and not too far in the countryside where it's getting more difficult to understand anything, really. So, Paris, here it is. And let's see if I can show you the set real quick. Hide my face, perfect. So this set has, I think, 849 pieces, and we're going to do a full live build again, so just from start to finish, I'm going to open it. Already cracked the seals back there, so it was sealed up until a minute ago. And yeah, we're going to build it. We're 12 years or older, as suggested by Lego, which is always a good thing to follow. Well, that was a bad Lego joke, I guess. Okay, so the Paris set, what does it contain? What does it feature? Let me just switch the camera to, let's go to this one right here, and I can show you a bit up closer what it has. All right, so of course we have the Eiffel Tower, which is the tallest building of the set. We have the Tour Montparnasse, which is the kind of obelisk, just straight up to the sky, black building. We have the Arc de Triomphe, the kind of victory arch right here, very similar to one I saw in New York the other day. And we have the Champs-Élysées, which is kind of a big alleyway, a big street that is just lined with beautiful trees, and that is featured down here, kind of with the buildings left and right being emulated by the different brick colors. And then we do, of course, have the Louvre over here. Oops, sorry. Right there. The world-famous museum where the Mona Lisa is located. And some of the Robert Langdon novels or the movies by Dan Brown take place with Tom Hanks as the lead role, hunting some kind of conspiracy, one or the other. And lastly, we have the Grand Palais over here, and I'm just gonna unbox it right now and show you the manual as well. Okay, I hope it's not gonna be too noisy again. Okay, that's good. Very limited amount of bags. So just 1, 2. So 1 and 2, here we go. And we have the instructions right here. Let me just get rid of the box real quick. I'm not going to use the instructions to build it. I have my PDF over on the laptop, but I do want, let's just get that out of the way. I do want to show you real quick in the instructions what the buildings have to offer. And there is a quote by Thomas Jefferson on the very first page. Don't want to bend it too much. Let me just scroll down to that quote over here. So it says, "A walk about Paris will provide lessons in history, beauty, and in the point of life." All right, that's good. So again, we do have a couple of pages dedicated to the individual buildings. Arc de Triomphe, Champs-Élysées. We have the Tour Montparnasse, Le Grand Palais, which is, let me read about that because I don't know anything about that building in particular. Let's go to the PDF so I can read into the, let's see, that camera right there. So, the Grand Palais de Champs-Élysées was built in 1897 in preparation for the Universal Exposition, so the Expo, of 1900, and is now a historical site, exhibition hall, and museum complex. Okay. Its original purpose was to be the home of great artistic events in the city of Paris. since its inauguration, the ornate building, ornate building, with its spectacular glass roof, has seen a parade of art and cultural shows of all types. All right. So basically, art, history, science, maybe. Yeah, so all of the above, and the flag is flown on the top. All right. What else do we have? Eiffel Tower. Of course, everybody knows that, I guess, at least from pictures. And it's not in good shape these days, I heard. So they're trying to kind of get it back to where it needs to be safe, and give it another paint job was the solution they came up with, I guess. And yeah, Musée du Louvre, opened in 1793, so quite a while ago, with over 35,000 artworks displayed, such as, of course, the Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. All right, so 2 bags to be built. Bags 1 is 1, 2, 3 buildings, and then all the rest is bag number 2, or bags, 2 of them. Okay, and then the instructions start. Nothing fancy in the back, and that's the finished building right there as well. Okay, so let's set aside the instructions in the box again. Yeah, so I tried to shoot this video yesterday already and then didn't find the time. So today is kind of hasty, and I'm just hoping I will get this done in time. But yeah, let's get this going. Let's build Paris, and I will give you 2 views as in the last videos. And let me just go over to the picture-in-picture mode, and let's have this one as the main camera, and let's give you the top view kind of right there. That's good, so I can show you the time lapse of what I'm doing right here. I have my phone just to entertain myself while building. And yeah, let's begin. Let's build Lego Architecture Set 21044 Paris. Have fun. All right, just quickly a little interruption before I start building the Tour Montparnasse, because quite a lot is already finished on this base plate. And let me show you on this angle right here and get rid of the picture-in-picture so you can see it better. So what we have here, right there, is basically the front of the, oops, it's a bit difficult with the lighting. Here we go. Is the front of the model with the Paris plate, and we already have Le Grand Palais with all the see-through pieces at the top. So the glass ceiling is already built, and I really like the techniques with all these columns in the front that kind of depict the architecture of the building really well, I think. And we also have, let me switch to this over here. That makes it a bit easier. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we also have on the side over here the buildings that surround the Champs-Élysées, I think. Yeah. And the trees, like in the front right here, the foliage is also symbolized right there. and we do have quite a bit of space left for the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and also the Tour Montparnasse, which is the next building that is kind of in the black pieces over here. Yeah, but I really like the glass, the see-through pieces, as I said. And it's really cool to see the front and the back being built equally. So this is kind of the entire building front and back. And let's see if it does focus eventually. Should. Hello, focus. Does it focus? No? Yeah, here we go. All right. And I really do like the top part of this right here, which kind of is like the little roof of the building. Also quite nice. And yeah, so far so good. We have a little bit of water here as well, like in the front right there with the see-through, like kind of blue opaque pieces. And we also have like the traditional architectural mount for taller buildings that kind of click into these little arms right there. So that's the start of the model, half of bag one, and we can now continue with the black pieces over there, which are kind of all the the tiles in this half round shape that do in the end cover the entire building. Yeah, don't focus on my face, please. There we go. So these ones right there, like the little arches basically. All right, let's go on building this thing. Okay, bag number one is done, and this was quicker than I expected, even, especially the last part. I mean, okay, it's a lot of the same thing, basically, in the Tour Montparnasse. And as you can see, it is covered front and back, and it's pretty narrow from the sides. And as you can see, oops, I hope my face is not... Yeah, that's better. So it's pretty narrow, and it is done with the same mechanism as the other sets I did with New York and also Singapore. And that's quite common, so you can just click it into place and remove it either for transport or in the end to store it away. I hope you won't, because this is a display model after all. So that's what it looks like from the front so far. And it's actually quite bendy in the middle. So as you can see, this has a bit of flex to it. And I mean, in the end, it's going to be sitting somewhere on a shelf or a desk, so it shouldn't be an issue, really. Let's just see how that looks from over here, or even better, like from over there without the... Here we go. Yeah, but as you can see, there is a bit of flex, but... eventually it'll just sit flat on a tabletop like so, and yeah, but it's bending upward quite a bit. It's weird. Never had this before with the other models. I mean, could have been me just not assembling it like too accurately and not pressing down enough, but yeah, there is quite a bit of flex in the end. You can see it right here, but maybe with the other bits and pieces putting some weight on the edges, it'll come down eventually. Let's see what it does, and let's continue building bag number two, because there's quite a lot of buildings left. Arc de Triomphe is still out, and Tour Eiffel, like with these bits and pieces here in the back. So right there, so there is these little nubbins, 1, 2, 3, 4, that should accommodate the tower. And then over here we have the Louvre still to go. All right. Bags number two, here we go. Have fun. Yeah, when you forgot that you were charging something else and forget to charge the camera in the process. Well, it happens. No biggie. All right, I just wanted to give you a quick update on the build right here. And we have the Louvre finished right over here. And we have the little glass pyramid in the front, which is really nice. And we have, oops, focus, please. Depth of field. All right, here we go. Yeah, so we have the glass pyramid and we have these little wings left and right, which look really cool, even from the sides and the back. And this is something I really like about architecture sets. Like, you can look at them from every angle, and of course the front is most important, but it's not like they're hiding stuff. And if you look at it from a different angle, it looks totally crap. It's really well made, in my opinion, and the roof looks really nice. And then on the far left side, if you look at it from the front, we have the Arc de Triomphe. So that's the all-white building right over there, and has a little roof as well right here, and the little orange clear piece in the center. So only, quote-unquote, the Eiffel Tower is left. And the Eiffel Tower, as I said, I've been on top, and I took the elevator. I didn't take the stairs up, but downwards we actually walked, and it takes quite a while. It's a couple of thousand steps. I have to read up on how many it is. But if you get the chance, totally do it. And just coming back to the set itself, I really would have wished that some other buildings would be in here, but again, as with many major cities all over the globe, this is just not possible due to the sheer number of buildings that you could put in here, like Notre Dame. I mean, it burned down a couple of years ago and they're rebuilding it right now, but Notre Dame would be really cool, or Sacré-Cœur. There are so many churches and other landmark buildings in Paris that you could put in here. But, I mean, they did put in the most significant ones, I think. And yeah, maybe there is going to be another set. I mean, Versailles, the palace, is another one. And I'm not actually sure if there is like a set by itself just with that one building. I know there is the Eiffel Tower by itself. But yeah, let's see if any of the other are available. I have to check that at the Lego page, or were available in the past. I mean, this one is, I think, end of life as well. So if you want this particular set, you have to buy it used, as I did. And I mean, 849 pieces. It's not very expensive, so there is a lot of good offerings for used Lego architecture sets. And I bought this one off eBay, and it was still mint sealed in box. So yeah, let's build the last piece of it, and all the parts are already here. So with the camera working again, let's do this and build the Eiffel Tower. Have fun. Okay, here we are. So the battery of the camera didn't last, and even though I connected it to the power, I think it drew more than the power could supply. So I just switched you guys on this camera as the second angle. And the next video, I will definitely make sure that the camera is fully charged up front and hooked up to the power, so this doesn't happen again. All right, so what do we have here? The finished Paris set with the national flag. Red, white, and blue. Same colors as the US. Yeah. Flown. Yeah, flown on the top of the Eiffel Tower. Here it is. Let's look at it from all angles. And I do really like the construction of the Eiffel Tower. And let's just put it in focus right here. There we go. And it's actually quite tall, and yeah, I don't have the New York set here, but I believe it is probably as tall as the Freedom Tower, the One World Trade Center with the New York set. And I quite like the way it is set up with the different levels, and we have these individual pieces in the front right there. So if you look at the Eiffel Tower and these printed parts, I think they're like window pieces. They are arched to kind of show the metal structure at the bottom, right here basically. And there is 4 of them. And then we have all these little anchors holding the different levels. And that basically is the same for the entire construction all the way up to the top with the antenna and everything. And yeah, so with the real tower, there is a couple of levels too that you can actually go to. And the elevator, I think, goes up all the way to the top. And let's see what the flex of the model does by now, because I think it has gained a bit more weight to it. And it should be a little bit better. Let's just see if... yeah, there's still a little bit of flex. But it's not as bad as in the beginning when all the weight was in the middle and nothing on the sides. So... Lego Architecture 21044 Paris, the 3rd set I built on this channel. The first was New York, the second was Singapore, and now we have Paris. And there is a couple of more sets for you guys in the pipeline, and I will see which one I'm gonna be doing next. So I do still have the Great Wall of China, which is kind of different to all these because it's not really a building, it's not a city, it's kind of a monument, I would say, like a landmark. But that'll be interesting to see how Lego accommodates for the difference in location within this set. I mean, it's just a very small portion of the entire wall, of course, and also has nothing to do with the very questionable movie that Matt Damon did a couple of years back. With weird monsters and the wall being kind of the protection against... it was disaster. Anyhow, this set, I really like it. Also compared to the others I already did. As I said before, when you've been to the actual city and visited the buildings, been inside them, looked at the Mona Lisa, been up the Eiffel Tower, saw the Tour Montparnasse from a bit further away and walked through the gates of the... Arc de Triomphe. I've not been in here. I've walked over the Champs-Élysées. So basically, I did most of what you can see here as a tourist. And I can recommend if you get the chance to do so as well. It's a very historic city. And if you go to Europe from overseas, this is one to keep in mind. And yeah, 849 pieces, Lego Architecture set Paris. It's end of life already. So if you want to get it used. I will be selling this one off used as well because I just build it and then I get rid of it again because I'm not a collector. I just enjoy the building process, looking at it, talking about it. And yeah, that was it from this set, and I hope you enjoyed it. And join me again on the Mo.re.Bricks channel for the next one, and head over to Instagram to get a bit more behind the scenes footage, I would say, pictures, and I keep you updated on the process of the sets there as well, and shoot some pictures when they're done. And if you haven't followed me on this channel, I will have this like and subscribe button highlighted again for you guys there, and make sure if you enjoyed to leave a comment as well, so the algorithm picks it up and recommends it to more people. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.